It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Mohawk Brewing Company in Gothenburg in Sweden, and it's a can of their 10th anniversary double IPA coming in at 8.5% ABV in a 330 milliliter can. I remember drinking Mohawk Snowball Stout probably 7-8 years ago, and it was fantastic. I've not had a beer from Mohawk for a long time, so thank you so very much to Håkan in Sweden for sending us this beer. I'm really excited to try a Mohawk beer after all of these years. I went through a phase. We had the wonderful Johan in Sweden. He used to send us a load of beer. I think even Mohawk sent us some beer to the channel themselves when within the first few years of them opening. But nothing for years. But that's understandable. They're in Sweden, we're over here in the UK. Yeah, so thank you to Håkan for sending the beer. We got a 1 finger whitehead, slow moving carbonation. It looks more like a traditional double IPA, but it's not really that hazy. There's a little bit of unfiltered goodness in there, but nothing on the kind of like the OT New England IPA style of beer. But it's not said it's a New England IPA. It's said it's a double IPA. So yeah, this is quite impressive for a double IPA, the look of the beer. Golden amber in colour, good levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. Whoa, yeah. Spicy, peppery, really hoppy, orange, grapefruit. A little bit of lemon. Orange peel. Fleshy blood orange, dare I say it. But a real kind of spicy pepperiness coming through as well. And a nice jammy tart-like aroma. Well done to 10 years at Mohawk Brewing Company. Let's dive into this one. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah. Ho, 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 ho. Ooh, boom! Stone the crows. Stone the crows. Wow, I was halfway through tasting the beer. You might have seen my top lip do this a little bit, or whatever my face did. Rewind the video and have a look as I've got a mouthful of this beer. I'm like, oh my goodness me, what's about to happen? I think that was my oh my goodness me, what's about to happen face that I put on. And it's proper old school, like maybe even 100 IBU bitterness on this one. So basically your taste buds, if there's 0 hops in the beer, it's 0 IBU. It's international bittering units. Your palate, your taste can taste up to about 100 IBUs. Although some recent tests have said that you can probably taste a bit more if it's something like 1,000 IBU, like some of the other, some breweries have brewed 1,000 IBU IPA. Now, boom, and I'm still, the bitterness on this beer is kind of like clawing at the back of my throat like this. Really feel it, rampaging bitterness. So I reckon this is about 80, 90, 100 IBUs, definitely towards the end of the Richter scale in terms of hop bitterness. Wow, that is really bitter. Little bit of sweetness to begin with though. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth. Oh, it's really hoppy. Wow! It almost catches your breath as to how hoppy this beer is. It's grapefruity, orange peel, lemon peel. It's all your kind of peels, your big citrus flavours coming through. It's like gnawing on an orange peel or a grapefruit peel or a lemon peel on your molars, like really kind of like chewing it. Oh, blimey, that is really bitter. Wow, I mean, outweighing is a little bit of sweetness to begin with, and then the bitterness is like leaning you over. It's like flying sideways. There's not much balance at all. It's all in Norwegian, my apologies. It's all in Swedish as well. So there's nothing really for me to read on the side of the can. I'd love to know that. I'd love to know why it's like English on the front and then Swedish on the side. Why not make it like Swedish on the side, on the front and the side? Or English on the front and English on the side. I don't understand the language split, to be honest. So they're talking about wicked wine. Is the word inspiration on the back of the can. Other than that, I can't really understand what's going on. Extra IPA, 10-year anniversary double IPA. Mohawk X, that's what it's called. Wow. What a beer this is. Really, really bitter. Really, really bitter beer. And a kind of like a really kind of zesty, peppery, spicy kick on the back end as well. Little bit of tartness. Now my palate is adjusting to that bitterness. I'm able to pull out other flavours. You have a warming at the pit of the stomach. Alcohol hits the pit of your stomach, gives you a little bit of a warming sensation. It's a nice beer. Looks good. Smells good. Tastes lovely. Let's rate it. I've not had like an old school massive IBU beer for such a long time that it really did catch me by surprise. It was kind of like at one stage, the first taste I was like, whoa, wow. But I like it. I like an old school kick like that sometimes. Generally these days, drink a lot of New England IPAs, a lot of these kind of like more kind of soft, medium mouthfeel, hoppy, silky kind of New England IPAs I drink these days. So when you get a beer like this, it's like a hack back to something from a bygone era. But yeah, Mohawk X 10th anniversary, double IPA, 8.5% ABV. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!